Okay, and we are back once again in Banning Simulator X, and in today's video we are going to go over what you guys need to do to prepare for the first update to the game. Now of course we have had some minor updates to the game so far, which are basically just bug fixes and quality of life updates. However, this first update to the game will of course be the first major update and will bring in a lot of new stuff. So yeah, of course you're going to need to do some, well, I say a little bit of preparing. You're just going to need to get some stuff ready for the first update so you can get straight on the grind in some of the new areas and stuff. So let's get straight into it. And of course, as you can see, we are now verified in the game and we are an official partner of Intebyte Studios. So yeah, thank you to everybody who has helped me to get to this spot. Of course, we have made well over 100 videos on Intebyte games. Pretty sure it might even be close to 200 videos altogether for Intebyte Studios, mostly being of course Science Simulator. However, right now our focus is 100% on Banning Simulator X. So yeah, thank you to everybody for helping me get to this position, and of course thank you to Intebyte Studios as well for allowing me to be an official partner of the game. So make sure you guys do stick around, because in the future we will be getting some really interesting things to show off in the videos, and of course potentially some exclusive codes as well for you guys to be able to get, you know, some really cool stuff in game. So yeah, anyway, right back to the video now. Let's get straight into how to prepare. So if you haven't already, I would highly recommend just trying to get a really decent team. This is currently my team right now. Isn't really the best, but it is a decent team overall. It's gotten a decent amount of damage, and the bans as well are pretty decent as well. However, I think really the most important thing for most people will be that damage, because you will, well yeah, of course you will most likely want to be one hitting, or at least 2 or 3 hitting the new mobs and NPCs in the game. And of course right now in this current area you're probably also going to be, you know, wanting to 1 hit or 2 hit most of the things as well in the game. So it's always going to be really important to try and get a really good team. Now of course if you can't really get any legendaries, at least go for the epics and try and actually, you know, upgrade them and fuse them into the void and also the radiant versions. And if you don't know how to do that, you basically just need to go to these 2 areas. Go to the desert right here for the void fusion. This is the purple version, and technically I guess the second variant of the pet. And as you can see, just go down to any world you need and then just click on them, select through them all like so, and then just click fuse. Very nice, very simple, very easy as well, and fairly cheap to do overall, which is really good. Then of course if you do have a lot of void pets already and you want to go that extra step further, go over to the beach and all the way over to this machine over here, which is the radiant fusion machine. And this is of course then basically like the ultra versions of the pet, the best version you can get, as you can see right there. And if we just quickly scroll down, as you can see, this is like the normal level 1. Well, actually, yeah, let's completely compare them real quick. This is the normal Molten Leviathan, level 1, nearly 900 bans, as you can see right there. If we check out then the Void version, it's doing basically double that in terms of the damage. And then the Radiant version, again, even more damage right there. So yeah, the Radiant version is always going to be something you want to go for. So make sure you are trying your best to try and upgrade those. If not, of course, just try and get like a full team of epics. It'll still be really good. And yeah, now the next thing you need to do is try and get as many coins as possible. For most people right now, you probably will have already gotten a fairly decent team in the game. So I would highly recommend, instead of auto hatching tonight, I would recommend instead doing some auto fighting instead to try and really get up your coins, because it's going to be really important now to try and save up as many coins as possible. As you can see, we do just quickly check out like the last set of eggs and stuff. I believe these might be in the Candyland. Yeah, as you can see, in the candy egg over here, it's around well, for me right now, because of my like achievements and stuff, it is 1.05 thousand coins. However, if we quickly check out over here in the Lava Lands, I believe it is 1.26 thousand for me right now. So of course, in terms of coins, it most likely won't be that expensive of a change for the normal egg. However, for the void egg, right there for the Lava Lands being 31.5 thousand. However, in Candyland, it is around 26.25 thousand. So if you do want to go for the void, you will need to get quite a lot of coins, because of course it's very expensive. Even this one right now to hatch is going to be very, very expensive to do. So of course, make sure you are trying to save up as many coins as possible. And it does also mean that most likely for the new areas, we'll also need to spend as many coins as possible. So, you know, Save up your coins so you can at least unlock most of the new areas, if not all of them as well. That'll be really good. And then one last thing, you will need to max out your rank as well to get to the next areas. I do believe you need Pendulum right here to actually get to the last area. So if you don't have the last area yet, I would highly recommend you grind as hard as you can now to unlock the lava lands, so then you can actually start progressing through into the new update as well. Otherwise you'll probably be waiting around quite a bit before you can do so. So make sure you are definitely getting to the lava lands as quickly as possible. One other thing I would recommend doing as well is checking out the shop real quick. Now for most people you will realise that really the weapons and stuff might not seem that important for the first set of grind. However, when it does really come to the end of the game, this extra 4,000 damage, and you know, once you've actually maxed it out as well, it becomes even better. We just quickly check out this right now. As you can see down here in the Molten Scythe, it's actually doing 6.14 thousand damage. That can be an insane help, and comparing it to my best pet, it's actually technically my best pet in the game if you do count the Scythe as a pet. So of course it can really be a very strong pet, or well, a very strong weapon I guess you could say, and it will really help out a ton and overall just make your your life way better. Another thing you could do as well, if you haven't already, this is basically like one really good way to start out the game. However, if you've not actually used this feature so far, you can get a free special pet, a free +1 × 2 currency boost, and also a +1 × 2 luck boost as well. And all you really have to do is just hold E on this, or just like hold it on your mobile, and it'll come up like this. And all you have to do is literally just find absolutely anyone, click invite, and all these rewards will be instantly deposited into your inventory. And this can of course really help with the boost, of course getting some brand new, get some more currency, because of course that will help getting the new eggs and stuff. And then of course you can save that luck boost for when the new eggs come out, in terms of trying get that new secret, or maybe just some legendaries. So of course that's really going to help as well. And then one last thing is try and use the club rewards, and of course if you have VIP, use the VIP rewards as well, because these can either give currency boost, or they can give hatching luck right here, and of course the VIP one can also give you a free pet as well, which is really cool. And of course the club reward over here can give you any sort of boost, and as you can see we've gotten ×2 pet currency and another ×2 hatching luck as well. So if we have a look now in the shop real quick and just have a look which boost I actually got from that. I do believe they are 15-minute ones, however every bit of luck can count. As you can see, we have 30 minutes of luck saved up, a ton of ×2 pet currency as well for the new pets, and we do also have a ton of ×2 rank, just in case any new ranks do also come out. Sadly we didn't get any ×2 currency, however if you do have these, I would highly recommend using them now, so you can save up a lot of currency, especially if you can AFK overnight. Now in terms of everything else, I would highly recommend just kind of saving up some rarer pets, I guess you could say. For those who have hatched the royal egg or something, you might have gotten something decent like this prime royal right here. And because training will also, I believe, be introduced into the game during update 1, this will have a ton of value because only 40 exist, so it will be very rare. So for a lot of people, they might be trying to get a decent amount of value for this thing. So of course, do save these, don't somehow delete them or whatever. And of course as well, what I would also recommend for a lot of these, like the Prime Royal, depending on how value will work in this game, this could potentially rise in the future because of course it is so rare. And I do believe this will also be going as well after update 1, I believe a week after. Well yeah, as you can see, 6 days, 16 hours, so basically next Friday that egg will be completely gone. So things like that Prime Royal will no longer be gettable, and of course Roblox pets do usually have a decent amount of value in games, so that'll also be a really good thing to just save around as well. In terms of anything else, I'd recommend doing codes. I do have a shorts video already on the channel, make sure you go watch that for any codes for luck boost and currency boost. And of course check out the pinned comment as well for the copy paste, so you can easily just copy and paste them in. And in terms of anything else, I would just try and get your pet mastery up as well, in case you haven't already. For a lot of people, they might have not even really seen this feature so far, but over here in the lava lands there is this pet mastery vendor over here, and from this you can get a decent amount of boost and stuff. As you can see in the challenges, you can get a lot of boost right here, which is an hour of boost in terms of luck, some rank boost as well. And overall you could just get a ton of luck from this, which is really good. And as well for I think the accolades as well, if you come into your account and just look in the accolades, again in here you can get a lot of boost. As you can see right here, I actually have some currency boost to claim, So 100% I'm going to do that and also use that right now as well to get a ton of coins and stuff. And then of course, if you do actually complete the Banland Mastery, which is of course the Banland is the first area with all the different areas in, you can get a ton of boost as well from that. Then of course completing your account mastery as well, which is this one right here. So of course, doing a certain amount of eggs right here, you can see hatching a certain amount of eggs, which can also reduce your hatching cost. All of the boosts as well, like using a certain amount of boost as well, I believe. Doing a certain amount of banning as well, which can give you a nice little multiplier. Fusing again, which can reduce the cost of it right there, and then experience, getting a certain amount of pet experience and stuff, as you can see here, can also increase that as well. So yeah, make sure you are just basically grinding the game as hard as you can right now. It will really help you out, get you a lot of good stuff, and really prepare you well for the brand new update. So yeah, and in terms of the update as well, I'm not really too sure exactly what time it will release. It is just basically scheduled for tomorrow. However, anything can happen. An update can get delayed, especially the first one. But yeah, hopefully it does come out tomorrow at a decent time. And if it does, I will 100% be streaming it as well. So make sure you do subscribe down below. Turn your notifications on if you are ready for that. And that is it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video.